it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came primetime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, high swing, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're gonna be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The Giants at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at him.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Kayvon Thibodeaux able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Third and long. It's gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on third. Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tay Crowder. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, they're on him. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Next to score, Lions 7, Giants 9. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And taken at the 46. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Going out. Hey, let's go.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and 2, Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Goff finding Hockenson there for the Lion first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll start in excellent field position. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On 2nd down, Swift. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hudson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in here by Jackson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Seibert missed it. This one slides to the right on it, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jones. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. It's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. but also it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard. After the interception, here's Goff. He'll buy some time right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Now a give right side Swift. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mayfield on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice...
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Lions 24. Giants nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman in Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield on the run. He'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. Now Mayfield lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Mayfield off the play fake. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles Harris able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 44 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run right here with Swift. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Detroit, it's a win they needed. If